Let's talk now to General Philip Breedlove, former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO. General, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John.
What are your big takeaways from Madrid in terms of the strengthening of the Western alliance and willingness to face down Putin as and when that's necessary?
Well, if you don't mind, let me first jump on what was just said. And I'm not sure that 10% is the right number, but what I am sure is that we in the West tend to celebrate when we make the policy decision and allocate money, and we celebrate what we're giving Ukraine. And sometimes the delivery of what we are celebrating is months and months and months later. And so I think that it is important to note that while these brave Ukrainian leaders are talking about it, we need to pay more attention to when the kit that we are promising gets in the hands of Ukrainians so that they can kill Russians. That is when we should celebrate, not make policy decisions and foster the budget. We need to be more focused on getting the right equipment to the right place at the right time.
So more focus needed. The promises sound well and good. It is sometimes said that it's a very difficult business logistically to get heavy munitions into a theatre of war quickly when they are most needed. But you seem to suggest that we could be doing better on that.
We could. And remember that while we have said, the West has said we're not going to put soldiers into Ukraine, in Syria, in Afghanistan, and other places, we have paid large companies to do this kind of logistics for us. And I don't think that we've seriously considered that yet in Ukraine. We tend to want to celebrate again when we get the kit into those countries that are the transshipment points. But then they are still hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from the battle. And I think that we need to become a little more focused on how we get what we have promised to the warfighter. Remember, this is a nation that is fighting a world superpower and fighting for its existential life. And we expect them to do all of this logistics in the middle of this existential fight.
Yeah.
And so maybe we should be thinking of other ways to make this happen.
Right. So the United States has been and is in the lead when it comes to supplying and arming Ukraine. In the longer term, we're looking at a very considerable commitment to strengthen NATO's East European frontier. Is there an issue with that when it comes to the USA in the longer term? Because America will want to stay focused on China and the Pacific.
Well, I think America will. And oh, by the way, in the new strategic concept, NATO now has acknowledged China as an enemy, as well as Russia, which is brand new since our last strategic concept. And so the whole world will focus to some degree on China. But what we can't do is keep our eyes on China and forget what's happening right at our feet. Remember, we have a world superpower using its military to cross internationally recognized borders and forcibly, criminally, and inhumanely invade a neighboring country. And so we need to be focusing on that to the degree that it is in our backyard.
General Philip Breedlove, former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO, good of you to join us.